Hey everyone, welcome to episode 2 of the Real Estate Roundtable with Ryan.Ponce and Associates. I got Carl, Fabio here. And yeah, we have some things to talk about today. We have one thing we're going to talk about is some things to do during the lockdown period and some local restaurants and stuff that we've been supporting, some of our favorites. Who doesn't love food? The next thing we're going to talk about is 3D tours and how that can bring extra exposure during this time and also keep your family safer, seeing as how you maybe won't have to do as many showings with people in your home. And then the last thing we're going to talk about is some of our favorite picks in San Diego. So first off, Fabio, you mentioned one thing I thought was interesting, the zoo having live
Yeah.
feeds.
So that's
Tell us about that.
so one of the things is obviously a lot of us miss the most is just being outside and enjoying the weather and walking around different theme parks or such things like that. And the San Diego Zoo actually has live cams and the safari park too of different animals. Obviously, depending time of day when you go on, you might not see much activity, but I think it's pretty cool to jump on there from time to time and kind of look at different animals. Like right now, I have the tiger cam on. Not doing much, but I just thought it was something cool that people can look at throughout the day to be entertained a little bit.
Does watching the Tigers have anything to do with Tiger King or?
Honestly, it's funny because when I saw Tiger, the first thing I thought about was like, oh, Tiger King, and that's why I clicked it, whether or not I did anything.
Oh,
You
Kind of
watch
nice.
them
asking
I'm
that
side
on
by
there,
side.
huh?
I said you watch them side by side.
Yeah, yeah.
I
These
actually
Tigers look a little bit happier.
I'm probably one of the only people who hasn't seen that yet. So, and I'm probably going to remain one of the people who
You,
hasn't
you're
seen
not, yeah, you're not missing much, man.
that.
I haven't seen it
Um,
either.
So
And
another
then,
thing too, like aside from that though, just kind of seeing nature and stuff through the live cam. Another thing that I kind of stumbled upon was Live Nation put together a page where you can kind of keep track of different artists that might be going live from home. It's livenation.com/ live from home, and it takes you to either the Instagram page or Facebook page or Twitch, whatever platform they're using to go live, which I thought was pretty cool because, to be honest, the last couple of weeks, different artists that I like have gone live and I didn't even know about. So it's a good, fun way to kind of pass time, especially in the weekends when you want to kind of get a break from everything else.
yeah,
Yeah.
and we'll put the links in the blog and on the YouTube video as well in the
Yeah,
comment section.
cool.
Um, Carl, have you you're a big foodie. What are some of your favorite takeout places right now?
Um, well, Buona Prosciutto, their deal is awesome. It's like $39 and you get a super salad, then you get a pasta dish. It's good for probably 3 or 4, to be honest with you, and then 2 pizzas as well. I'm a huge fan of margarita pizza. I know it's kind of boring for some people, but
No, that pizza's good.
yeah, their pizza is amazing. And then Kebab Shop has a good deal going on too. I know you like Kebab Shop a
You
lot as
still
well, Ryan,
mine?
right? Did I steal
Yeah,
it?
yeah. I had kebab shop this week. I had a showing in Little Italy, and I picked up a to-go order from kebab shop. It was like $24, and it was a lot of food. They give a box with grilled chicken, rice, and then also like salad with cucumber and onions, and then they also do give you 2 sides too. I didn't realize it came with a salad the first time I ordered, so I ordered 2 salad sides as well. So I ended up with 4 salads.
Oh wow.
So just so you know, it comes with salad already each meal, but it's 2 meals for $24, which I
Yeah,
thought
that's
was
good.
pretty good. And then also Tribute Pizza. We've all been to Tribute. I think we all went to Tribute together actually.
Yeah.
Their pizza is so good. And, my favorite one is the one with the honey on it. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's called
Oh
like
yeah,
Bees
that
Knees
one's
or something
awesome.
like that.
Was that the one we
Um,
went to after the Padres opener last year? Or the
no,
Padre game?
we went for Stephanie. I think her birthday
Okay, I wasn't I
anniversary.
wasn't
Yeah,
there then.
that was the
Um,
time Fabio didn't show up.
Yeah,
oh,
my bad. I'm never doing that
um,
again after this quarantine, by the way. I'm not saying no to anything. I'm gonna be
okay, I'll
everywhere. On
remember
time
that.
too.
On time? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll
They
take you up on
also
it.
what's awesome though is they do growlers of cocktails. So like for my birthday, I got we got pizza, and I also got a growler of old fashioned, which was probably a terrible idea, but seeing as how Astrid's pregnant and I was the only one to drink it, but yeah, no, it was really good. So yeah, those are some of my favorite. I mean, Tribute and then Kebab Shop, can't go wrong. And there's so many different local restaurants that are doing takeout right now. So we've been to a few. We've been to like Basic. We go to the coffee shops a lot. Spill the Beans, one of my favorite downtown. So next topic I'm going to go into is just some stuff that we've been doing on the marketing side. We have to learn to adapt to everything going on, and this is just one way we're doing it. Obviously, in-person tours are a little bit more challenging. We have to take extra precautions. So this is just one way for a buyer to see a property prior to actually seeing it in person. And it gives them a pretty good idea of what it looks like. So this is a listing that we have in a building called Cityfront Terrace in downtown. It's in Marina District. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, completely remodeled, staged, and this is just the virtual tour. You can literally look all the way around 360 on each point in the building or in the unit, and you can skip ahead too. So skip ahead, you can look at the bedrooms, kitchen, living area, and it gives you a pretty good idea of the overall floor plan, what the property looks like. You can see like this property is highly upgraded. There's a ton of built-ins. And initially, when my client purchased this property, it was very closed off, and he opened everything up and remodeled just about every inch of this property. The one downside I will say is that this does not give you an accurate representation of the view, because the view is actually a lot better in person. But overall, you get a good feel for the property, and in the view, there's the bay there. But it's a lot more impressive in person. But it does give you a pretty accurate idea of what you're looking at. Fabio, you've shown this property. I know you had clients interested in it. What are your thoughts?
Thought, we made a suggestion about that plan covering the window, but apparently it wasn't valuable enough for you to move it.
Like the stagers did that, and I like going with the stagers recommendation. So.
No, but I've actually shown this property a couple of times, and every time that I show it, you're absolutely right. The view is the first thing people look at right when you make that turn after you come in. You get drawn out by that view, and although it's not the same experience, I think this is the second best thing to an actual in-person showing. Looking at pictures is one thing, but actually getting to navigate through the Matterport is totally different than just looking at pictures. Again, not quite as, the experience you would get from physically being there, but I think it's definitely a step up. So yeah, I think it really, really helps.
Yeah. I mean, I just think it gives you a really good idea of what the property looks like prior to seeing it in person. Obviously, nothing can replace the actual, actually being in the property and taking a look at everything. But at least you get a feel for the property, whether or not you'd like it prior to setting up a showing and seeing it in person. And I do apologize if this is a little bit choppy on the recording. It is very smooth actually when you're using it in person. So I'll include this link as well. We're going to start.
And you can use it on your phone too.
Yeah, and on our phone, it's actually very clear. It's actually more clear than on desktop. So we're going to start doing these for every listing, and it just gives buyers an opportunity to see the property without actually seeing it in person until they're ready to do so. It keeps the number of looky-loos down and allows for showing just serious buyers, which during this time I think is really important given everything going on. So the next topic we're going to talk about, every week we're going to do we're just going to choose some of our favorite picks in San Diego in general, not specifically downtown, and talk about them a little bit. And so I'm going to let Carl go first. Carl's pick was in Mission Valley.
Yeah, so this is one of my favorite ones. It's in the Lucent community. It has a really cool rooftop deck, and there's a fireplace up there. It's a end unit too, so it's really open, airy. It's definitely one of my favorites in the Civita area. I feel like there's so much going on over there as far as building in the front. They should start having their first commercial spaces come available in the next couple years too, which would be great. I'm hoping for some either a restaurant or a grocery store down there would be awesome.
For Civita, this view is pretty nice.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really think of views when you think of Mission Valley.
No.
And this is a nice corner unit, a lot of light.
Yeah, so it's a 2-bedroom, but it can be, you can have the optional additional bedroom, so you could make it 3 if needed.
I think Fabio showed this property, didn't you?
I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
What were your thoughts of it?
I thought it's a pretty cool house, and that being that it's a corner home, the amount of windows and natural light that you get in there, it's pretty nice. It was a little hot when we went, so that was one thing that my client pointed out is if you don't have either blackouts or good shades, it can get really hot in there in the summer.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, that's always one of the drawbacks with having a lot of windows is oftentimes it, obviously lets in more sun, but with that you get the heat. So
yeah, but aside from that, though, it's a really cool property.
Yeah, 1,650 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I like that the HOAs are around 500 as well. Considering what you get for the community, I think it's a pretty good value.
How many pools is there in that community, Carl?
There's 2 at the recreation center. Then there's a huge gym, jacuzzi, area for entertaining. It's really cool.
And the pool is pretty close to this particular home now.
You can walk there. If you buy anywhere in the community, you could easily walk there.
Gotcha.
And then the
I'm not gonna lie, it was a little hard to navigate, being that I don't live in Mission Valley.
Well, it helps when Carl lives in the actual community too. So
yeah, he was on vacation when I showed. Man, I even invited him out. Took him out with
I
me.
know, my bad.
So Fabio's up next. He actually stole mine, but I'll let him talk about it.
Just to make things clear, I actually brought this up to your attention, and you try to steal it from me. But I think my favorite buy right now is in downtown. This is at the Mark, which is over in East Village. This is resident. Are we allowed to disclose the residence, the unit number?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, this is residence huh?
It's right here.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you were showing all that. But so this is residence 1409, obviously on the 14th floor. It's a southwest unit, as you can tell. Again, another corner unit, plenty of natural light. And that window, that corner has really nice views of the city, and you do get some water views as well. Given that it faces south, this one you can see the ballpark as well, which is pretty cool. And I think for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,240 square foot home with 2 parking spots listed at $699, I think is a good opportunity for somebody looking to move into downtown or move from a 1-bedroom to a 2-bedroom. The most recent comp that sold actually was 2 stories below this, and it sold for $749. So this being listed as $699 gives you some flexibility in terms of what the comps support and pricing. And also, this is a very cool building, probably one of my favorite ones in East Village. It has a pool, a really nice size hot tub, a gym, and it has 24-hour security as well as a front desk concierge. Probably one of the cooler looking buildings down over in East Village.
I looked up the comps, and there hasn't been a single sale under $730 for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath in the Mark in the last 2 years. So given that this is on the southwest corner, which is my favorite corner in the building, has the most views. Given that it's on the 14th floor, southwest corner, and still is priced lower than the lowest sale in the last 2 years is a crazy deal. I mean, I would probably change out the flooring and do small stuff like that, but
exactly.
But you're buying the space, and I think for the value, I think you're getting a pretty good deal.
So not just the sales in the building, right? But like the one I told you, 2 stories below, it's the identical same floor plan It was a little bit, to my taste, a little bit better updated than this particular one. But for $50,000 difference, I think I can come in and make this my own and make it look nice as well.
Yeah. And speaking of that, if you're looking for something that is turnkey, there's one on the 18th floor. It's the same corner on the 18th floor. You get a lot more views, even though it's only 4 floors higher. It just feels a lot higher on that corner. And also the flooring's been redone. This one is a lot more updated.
I just want to point out the difference that pictures make. Look at the difference that pictures make too. That's what do you call it? Sunset view.
Oh yeah, twilight shoot.
Twilight, yeah. I think
that's why we do twilight for most of our listings. So yeah, it's I mean, this one's more turnkey.
Yeah,
hardwood floors throughout, and you do get more ballpark views. You also get a view of the bay and the Coronado Bridge over Park Loft. So this one's priced at $795. I do like $1,409 though for value buy.
Absolutely,
I think it's a really good value. And then Denny O is the listing agent on both of those. Denny's actually with Compass now, so that's awesome. Yeah. And then the last one that I like is Treo 2001. I'm typically not a huge fan of the floor plans.
This is surprising.
I'm not usually a huge fan of the floor plans because the bedrooms are usually smaller, and the overall layout is usually a little bit smaller. This looks small, but it's a bit cluttered. This floor plan's a really good layout. Decent sized kitchen. Again, you're not looking at the highest end finishes, but the HOAs are in the 500s, and you have a pool, you have a spa. The building was recently remodeled, so the lobby looks really nice. You do have a front lobby attendant, and the views are really nice from this residence. The master bedroom's a decent size. So overall, I mean, I think that this is a good buy. I can use some paint, but but overall, I mean, the view for the price, it's priced at $775, 1,220 square feet on the 20th floor, and it's west facing, with HOAs of $535 a month. So where else are you going to get a pool, spa, and lobby attendant for HOAs that are $535?
Yeah, and it looks into the best high rise in Columbia District.
Yeah, terrible neighbors. Fabio lives in this building. Terrible neighbors. So those are our picks for the week. I hope you guys enjoyed this and found value. We're trying to add value any way we can, given that it's hard for us to get out and about, and so hopefully you guys are enjoying this. If you guys have any topics you'd like us to cover, just let us know. Send us an email, give us a call, text us. Our contact info will be in the blog and then also in the newsletter. All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
That's good. See ya.
You guys have anything to add?
No.
No, we're good.